everybody, how are we all doing? I'm just going to check I'm live as always. Yes, there I am. I am really excited about this one today. It's the title of it is how to lose 8 pounds / 4 kg, depending on what unit you use, by changing these two things in your life. And the time scale for this weight loss, as we're talking about, is 30 days, which is absolutely incredible. And how do I know that people can achieve this? Well, it's being done in this group. So firstly, I just want to congratulate Stephanie. So well done, Stephanie. She has been absolutely smashing it in terms of the legs, bums, tums challenge. She is down 4 pounds, which is just under 2 kg, since starting the challenge around about 2 weeks ago. And she says it's completely down to mixing a mix of sticking to the daily challenge and not eating after 8 p.m. So I am really, really pleased for Stephanie. It's not hard work, it's just a little bit of work, and you have to dedicate yourself to it. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to share the information about the 30-day challenge now. You didn't have to sign up on the 1st of March. You can do it whenever you want. It'll start on day 1, so you don't need to catch up. So you won't be doing 14 days in a row, for example. It'll start on day 1 and you'll just get the daily emails to tell you exactly what I personally want you to do to make those changes. It's so easy. Anyone who's done any of my challenges before will know that I am all for fitting fitness into your life. So I'm all about finding easy, manageable exercise that can just fit into your super busy life. If I ask you to use equipment, it won't be things that you have to go out and buy. You can go and find something from around your house. It could be a water bottle, tins, that kind of thing. The majority of time, I try and stick to bodyweight exercises so that you can do it without any kind of resistance there, so you don't have to pay for any equipment, you don't have to go and find anything from around your house. I want to make it as accessible as possible for you. So I've just shared the legs, bums and tums 30-day challenge in the comments below, but I want everybody to congratulate Stephanie on this. 25 people are currently taking part in the challenge right now, so they have started at some point between the 1st and the 14th of March. People are at different times, which is completely fine. And 700 people have already done this challenge or are taking part in this challenge in total. So I know it's successful. Another thing that it's similar to is my Scrap the Skills membership. And what I do in the Scrap the Skills membership is I set these easy achievable exercises to do every single day of the week that take less than 5 minutes, usually like 2 minutes, and they just fit them in, tick, done the exercises, can get on with the rest of your day. So this can be done once you wake up, just before you go to bed, if you find some time just as you get back from work. It's super, super easy, and I've got great success out of everybody who's been in Scrap the Skills in terms of building some realistic, healthy exercise habits on a day-to-day basis. But I did mention that Stephanie is doing something else. So she said it's a mix of two things. One is the daily challenge, which is awesome for the exercise, but also really good for the accountability aspect as well, just to go, oh yeah, I need to stay on track, I'm getting results. But also what Stephanie has done is she's switched up something very small in her diet. The dogs are starting to fight. Hey, stop. So she switched up something very small in her diet, and this is something that I am a big advocate for, is just switching up something small and not doing a big overhaul to your diet, because we want it to be successful. And why wouldn't it be successful if you did a big overhaul? Well, it might be for some people. Some people are actually pretty good at, you know, changing up everything and sticking to it. But the majority of people are not that great at sticking to a big overhaul in your diet. Yes, some people might be good for sticking to it for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks, and then they kind of drop off and they go back to 0, or even worse, they revert back to kind of what they were doing way before when they were not trying to be healthy, because the mind isn't ready for that change yet. And it's a big mindset game when it comes to diet. You know, humans are controlled by food. We do need food to live, but we don't need as much food, and we also don't need as much, let's call it unhealthy food, but let's just say that's the processed types of food. We're also used to having food just in front of us. It's just there. We'll have a house full of food. Lots of food is just accessible to us, and that's a good word, is the word accessible. And what Stephanie has done in terms of her changing up the way that she is eating is made this one small change. The one small change is not eating after 8 p.m. And that is incredible. And that will actually be doing more benefit to her body than just reducing the amount of calories she's eating as well. What we often find if we do eat our supper, our evening snacks, our pudding or whatever it might be after 8 p.m, usually a little bit earlier actually, is that we're tired because it's towards the end of the day. So obviously we're tired, we're gearing towards the bedtime, gearing towards that sleep that our body is craving right now. But when we're tired, and you'll know this if you're tired and you wake up tired, our bodies crave carbs. And then when we're tired, our bodies will generally crave the carbs in sugar form because sugar is carbs. And that's when we tend to eat the food that is higher calories as well in the evening time after that 8 p.m. that Stephanie has managed to cut out. So that's a really good change there, is that she's probably cutting down on a decent amount of calories. Not that I know what Stephanie was eating after 8 p.m, but from my experience of myself and what other people do eat after 8 p.m, it generally is the higher carb, higher sugar type food, which is an awesome thing to start cutting out of your day. The other thing that is really good is that we don't want to be eating too close to bedtime. And the reason for this is because we don't want our body to be doing a lot of work while we're sleeping. And you might be thinking, oh, what is my body doing while I'm sleeping? It's doing a hell of a lot of stuff. And the main thing that our body is doing is recovering and repairing our cells while we're sleeping. And this is such an important part of reducing inflammation in our body, which is why we hold on to water weight and balancing our hormones. So we're all women in this group. We all have probably experienced some form of hormonal shift and we know the symptoms around that. But if we get a good sleep, which is the recovery and the repair, we will start rebalancing our hormones in that respect. Our bodies will be under less stress, which is also an awesome thing. And then we'll wake up the next day feeling a lot more energized as well, which means that we can start our days off really good and continue on throughout the day with more energy to do more things. So we might be able to move more, we might be able to prep our food. So as you can see, this is a snowball effect of being able to continue on and build on those healthy habits. So I am so pleased for Stephanie. I just wanted to shout her out on this live because she has been working really hard and giving us updates in the group as well, which is awesome in terms of accountability. Where you struggle, where most people will struggle in terms of staying on track with things is when they're not holding themselves accountable to a community. So Stephanie's holding herself accountable here, everybody else who posts in here is holding themselves to account, and it allows other people to go, oh, well, if she can do it, I can do it too. So really awesome work. I do want to touch upon the nutrition thing in a little bit more detail, because obviously Stephanie has chosen her change is not eating after 8 p.m, which is an awesome change. But you might already be thinking, oh, well, I already do that. And that's cool. That's really great. But what you might need to do is just switching something else out. And this is down to you as an individual. So I've written a few examples here that you could potentially make some changes. So I am all for adding to your diet rather than taking away. A lot of people who have been trying to lose weight for a long period of time, it's all about restriction. And if you have been one of those people which is all about restriction, what I want you to start thinking about is adding to your diet, which means that we're adding positive things into your diet so you can continue eating in the way that you have been in terms of your sugar content. If you do struggle to cut things out or your mindset doesn't allow you to do that from a restrictive perspective, I want you to start adding some more nutritious things to your diet. So this could look like, if you're currently not eating any vegetables at all, you might want to add in one vegetable to one meal every day of the week. And leave it there and see how your body reacts to it, see how you feel better for it. I will guarantee after adding that one vegetable in, your body will be like, oh my God, I'm getting some nutrients here. I'm really pleased with this. Can I have more of this? Your mind will start switching and go, I would really like some more nutrients here. So then you'll go, okay, maybe I'm going to add in one vegetable to 2 meals every single day. And then you just add it in like so. If you're really good with vegetables, so like I'm a big veggie fan, always have been, I'm just naturally good like that. I know there's some people in here who are like, oh no, I'm struggle with that. So that might be something that you want to focus on. You might want to focus on something different. So protein has been talked about for quite a few years now, and it's a bit of a buzz around the gym scene in terms of building muscle and stuff, but it's actually really important for our general health, our hormone health, which I've already talked about, building that muscle that we do need as women. After the age of 30 to 35, our bone density starts to reduce, and this means our muscle mass will start to reduce as well. So we want to try and maintain that for as long as possible so that we can avoid health issues down the line like osteoporosis. So adding some protein into your diet might be a great idea too. And one thing that I would love you to do, if possible, is to think about adding protein to your breakfast to start off with. So you can ignore the other 2 meals or 3 meals or 4 meals, however many meals you're eating throughout the day. But I would love you to start eating protein for breakfast. This starts us off really well in terms of balancing our blood sugar levels right at the start of the day. So if that's possible for you, I would encourage that. However, if you're like, no, I don't eat breakfast right now, or I don't have the time to eat protein at breakfast, I just grab a quick piece of toast or a pastry, completely fine. Pick a different meal to add like a little bit more protein in. And then the final thing that I have an example of is cutting sugar to only once a day. So a lot of people will have sugar at multiple points through the day, and you'll be surprised at what products have sugar in. Some countries, I know the US is pretty bad for this. It's bad for having sugar in bread. There's sugar in all sorts of sauces, the sugar in chips and crisps. You'll find, if you do read the back of packets of things, that there's so much added sugar in things. So what I would encourage you to do is try and cut sugar down, but still have it in your day, but maybe go, okay, I have been eating a chocolate bar every single day, I'm going to cut that out. Or I am not going to have a sugary yogurt for breakfast, I'm going to switch to Greek yogurt. So think about cutting just the one thing out, or if you want to push yourself a little bit harder, try and just stick to having sugar once per day. So those are just 3 examples. As I said, the nutrition is very individualized to you, where you are in terms of mindset, what your current diet looks like, what your lifestyle looks like. So I would really recommend that you have a think about what will work for you. If you're like, I am a little bit stuck here, then I would recommend that you get a little bit of help from me or my business manager, Michelle, and we can help you tweak things out. So what I want you to do is, if you do want some help with your nutrition, is just drop the word food in the comments and we'll get back to you completely free, just to see how we can help you in terms of your nutrition. So just to recap, if you want to easily lose 8 pounds, 4 kg in just 30 days, I would recommend that you sign up to the 30-day challenge, because you will get the accountability and just some small exercises to do on a daily basis to build those habits. And then change one thing with your diet. It can be anything, and I would recommend that it's something a little bit smaller than what you might have tried in the past. I don't want you to go on a diet. I want you to just start changing up those habits. If you need help from a food perspective, you're not quite sure what to change up, let us have a bit of a chat with you by dropping the word food below. If you want a little bit more support, you need a little bit more accountability, a bit more of a kick up the butt, you would like to continue on potentially, I have an awesome offer for the Scrap the Skills membership, where you can join for your first month for only $4. This is US dollars, which is still quite low in everybody else's currency. If you're not sure what it is in your currency, then just Google US dollars, $4 in your own currency, and you will be able to work out how much it is for you. But for the first month, you get it is for $4, and we've literally just talked about how much progress you can make here. If you struggled in the past, I would really recommend that you come along and join, so that I can help you out. I am a qualified personal trainer. I do have nutrition qualifications. I do have qualifications in GP referral, which means that I can help people who do have specific medical conditions as well. I can work around them, whether they're physical, mental, or like chronic. But yeah, let me know if you would like to join that. I'm going to put the link here so you've got the information. But if you would like more information, just pop it in the comments, pop Scrap the Skills info, and we'll get back to you with a little bit more information. We can have a chat to see if it's right for you as an individual. Some people, Scrap the Skills isn't right for them and they need a little bit more help from myself, and then they'll work with me on a one-to-one basis. So there's lots of different options, but I would love to see you making some positive changes. All right, I'm going to jump off now. It was a nice quick one today. Remember, this group is here, so any questions that you have that you post into the group, I'm happy to do a live on them just like this to talk about how you can make progress towards those goals. Okay, once you get to your Friday, I hope you enjoy the last day of your week and you enjoy your weekend. Speak to you all soon. Bye.